Happy Wednesday, guys, and welcome into WagerTalk TV. This is PuckTime, and I am Andrew McGinnis, and I have Lawrence Presman with me, fresh off a great performance yesterday on PuckTime. Happy to have Prez with me again here today. We'll have Karn back in the co-hosting chair tomorrow. We've got 3 games to break down, a very, very small slate in the NHL compared to yesterday. Of course, we'll still have best bets for you at the end of the show. We have the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Montreal Canadiens going head-to-head. The Red Wings and the New York Rangers go head-to-head. And the nightcap with the Washington Capitals in California to take on the LA Kings. Prez, you crushed it yesterday on the show, brother. Good to see you again, man. What are your thoughts on the Canadiens and Blue Jackets going head-to-head tonight?
Andrew, first off, yesterday puck time was incredible. I told everyone the Leafs would win. I thought it would be bigger, and yes, it was lucky, but hey, they also hit 4 goalposts, but they won. Somebody in the chat room asked about the Minnesota-St. Louis game. I told you Minnesota. Somebody in the chat room asked about the Nashville-Pittsburgh game. I said Nashville. My best bet was Vancouver. I told everyone the Oilers would win. It was a really, really good day, and I'm seeing NHL so well right now, brother. So look, I know we're going to disagree on this one, but I like the Columbus Blue Jackets here tonight. I feel like this is a tough spot for Montreal, Andrew. This is their 5th road game. They're about to go home to play the Panthers. I got to look at the psyche of this team and say, man, they have been out on the road since November 18th. They are done. They want to get home. I don't see a great performance from this Montreal Canadiens team tonight. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think they're a Stanley Cup contender. No, that's for many other reasons. But in regards to tonight's game, don't see them winning.
Yeah, I mean, Montreal, 2-8 last 10 meetings in Columbus. Home team 4-1 last 5, and the favorite 6-1 last 7. Looking at this Columbus Blue Jackets team, I think that there's a lot of improving that can be done. There's a lot of room for them to get better. They definitely haven't had the start to their season that I think that really represents what the team actually is. And Patrick Kane getting scratched, I talked about it on the show a couple weeks ago. He mentioned that was the most embarrassing thing to ever happen in his career to the media. And that's coming from a guy that once scored on his own net. He said that getting scratched by the management and by the coaching staff was so embarrassing for him. Goodrow and Line and some of these guys have just not performed at their level.
Yeah.
But I think that when I look at this Montreal team, look, I agree with you, Prez, and I think I've actually had a good read on the Canadiens this year. Everyone knows they're my team. But here's the deal is you talk about how long they've been on the road, and I understand that. But they haven't played a game in a handful of days, and they've actually been a pretty good team at responding after embarrassing losses. They take down the Ducks, take down the San Jose Sharks, and then they have a loss against one of the best teams in the league, against the LA Kings, where they got shut out. Just looking at things and kind of how they've responded after some really bad games like that, they usually come out and perform pretty well. And this season, against teams kind of with similar skill levels to them, that's kind of when they've played their best. They've gotten up for games against Boston. They've gotten up for games against Vegas, but they're not going to win those ones, And if they are, it's 1 in every 5. I don't have confidence in them to win games like that. This is the price range I'm comfortable taking them. I kind of use the expression all the time in my NFL betting. There's certain price ranges or point spreads I'm comfortable backing a team in. And this is kind of the number here, plus 110 against another team that's very close to them in the standings that I'm comfortable. What about total? Any lean for you? I kind of lean towards the over in this one.
Yeah, I lean towards the over as well in this game, Andrew. I think we're going to get some scoring. I think there's going to be a lot of open ice in this game. And yeah, this Columbus team, I mean, it's really unbelievable because Johnny Gaudreau is a shell of himself. And Patrick Laine, I mean, look, what a bust that trade was. And there's no end in sight for that guy. If those two were playing even to 80% of their potential, this is a really good hockey team. This team is well balanced. They got good defense, good goaltending. They got to get those two players going, though. Andrew, real quick, I also did not mention that I told everyone to bet the under in the Winnipeg-Dallas game. But I am getting some grief in the chat room. Andy Guntner. Prez will say one thing one day and then change his tune. The reason they're saying that, Andrew, is because I said I didn't like a lot of the games yesterday. I still released 3 plays to my clients. I clearly liked that. I ended up going 2-1 for my clients. And yeah, I didn't love everything yesterday, but my opinion still hit. And frankly, my opinions are gold. If people watch the daily presidential address on a daily basis, I literally rain money down upon people's head with my opinions alone. So lots of love, you guys.
I love it. And, I think that on a serious note, though, it is a good thing to just even if you don't release all the plays, I think it's a good feeling. And honestly, you've taught me that, Press, because it's still good to know you're in a rhythm, even if you didn't release or bet a certain play, right? So if you come off a show like you are yesterday with, 6 opinions given out and you have 5 or 6 winners, even if you did not bet all 6 of those and release them, it's still nice to know you're seeing things well. But yeah, it's so weird about this Columbus team. I mean, look, they had a 5-2 victory over the Boston Bruins. They beat the New Jersey Devils. They're actually a team that has lots of promise, but let's not forget about their 7-game losing streak they were on as well. It's crazy. But I have to say, Prez, I remember your rant that you had. I think it might have been on WagerTalk today, too. It wasn't even on PuckTime. It was about Johnny Gaudreau when he went to Columbus. You're just why would he go there? What is he doing?
He's a loser.
Not even like he got that much more money. That's the crazy thing. Other teams were offering him similar money.
Less money, Andrew. He got less money, and that ship has sailed, and we move on. So I played hockey last night, and we were tied 3-3. I played defense. We were tied 3-3 with 4 minutes to go in the game. And we were on a power play, and I saw some open space in front of the net. Eyes light up. I never score, dude. My eyes light up. I go to the front of the net. I'm standing there all alone. I get a pass on my stick. The goaltender is at the side of the net, wide open, Andrew. And I mean, I'm standing in the middle.
Please tell me you scored.
I one-timed it, hit the boards, came all the way around. Guy went on a breakaway, down the net, scored. We lost 4-3. Yeah.
That's how you lost?
That's how it went down last night.
You got to hit the net, man. You got to hit the net.
It was one of the funnest hockey games I've been involved in, maybe in my whole life. I mean, we had a so let me ask you a question, Andrew. We're down 4-3. There's 2.5 minutes to go in the game. We have a 5-on-3. Do you pull the goalie?
Wait, do you say you were up? Or what's the score?
We're down 4-3. Down 4-3, 2.5 to go. There's 2:20 to go. We have a 5-on-3 power play. Do you pull the goalie?
Yes, 100%.
So you go 6-on-3 with 2.5 minutes.
Yes.
Wow, there was huge debate on the bench.
But it's different though in pickup hockey though.
No way.
You know what I mean though? It's different in pickup hockey versus if it was college or junior or professional, right? You need to have, because in the pros would not lose the puck, and even if you do, the guys that are shorthanded are going to just dump it. But in your league, if there's a turnover, they might just take it and go score. So that is interesting, though. I like that. That fires me up. It sounds like it was kind of an intense game.
Dude, diving all over the place. It was gripping, but there is no way you pull the goalie there. No way. I agree. In the NHL, firstly, I don't think you should pull the goalie in the NHL. Not with 2.5 to go. Maybe play the first half of the power play 5-on-3 and then assess Too much time on the clock. One turnover and bam, it's a 2-goal game. So
You have
I don't.
6 people on the ice, 6 offensive players. How can you ever let the guy get up the ice enough to score a goal?
Andrew, we're a bunch of old freaking men, bro.
Tweet that out. Start a poll.
To Dave. I want to shout out David Redding. This guy's in the chat room every day, both on PuckTime and WagerTalk today. And he mentioned, David Redling, that everyone should go to thegametowel.com and buy my daughter's game towel. And I agree. So please do that, guys. I'm not going to talk about it much more, but there is a promo code for you. It's first 20. Go to the gametowel.com. Andrew, this is such a sick product, dude. Like, it makes why go to the beach with a towel that is only a towel when you can go to the beach with a towel that is also a game? I mean, it just makes so much damn sense.
It looks good. I like the website too. Very simple, nice design, and I'm looking forward to it. I did see one person comment on WagerTalk today and said, "Great for the winter in Canada. So many beaches to go to right now." Yeah, Canadians do travel, and we do have beaches that we go to. I mean, that doesn't matter when you buy it; you're still going to use it. So,
Andrew, this happened about, I don't know, 25, 30 years ago in Toronto, and there was a lot of news about it. It was quite a hilarious event. So we live an hour drive from Buffalo. 1 hour. 1 hour. We had people show up in June from Buffalo wanting to know where to ski.
No way. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I don't want to insult our American audience, but I've had some encounters.
Yes, I've had Carrie, some encounters. This is a hockey show. Jesus, guys,
anyway,
there's 3 games
let's get
today.
to it. Let's get to the Red Wings and Rangers game. That's actually shocking. That is shocking if someone wasn't joking to you about that. I've been asked funny questions, but that's shocking. In June, Detroit Red Wings, New York Rangers. Obviously, the big news here, Prez. We'll get your thoughts on it as well. With Patrick Kane joining the team, he will not be a part of the team tonight. For everybody out there, probably curious about that. Total at 6 here. Obviously, we have the Rangers as decent-sized favorites in this one. What do you think here, Prez? This is a Rangers team that's pretty good at bouncing back after tough outings. They gave up quite a few last game, but the Red Wings have also played better hockey since they got back from Sweden. What do you think here?
Andrew, I think there's value on the Wings here. I think, again, looking at the psyche, which I do like to look at a lot when handicapping, this team has to be super excited. Firstly, they're in a playoff position right now. We're quarter of the way through the season. They're playing better than they thought they would. And now, this is a young team. So Patrick Kane might mean something to the older guys, but to the younger guys, he's a god. And they are bringing a bona fide Hall of Fame monster to the team. And he's not that old. Like, he's not 40. I know he's not playing tonight, but this team has to be ecstatic over the signing. It's going to boost them. They're on a run, too. They've won 3 in a row. They're playing incredible defense, which is a huge surprise, man. They held Minnie to 1, Boston to 2, New Jersey to 0. I think there's value on Detroit here tonight. And I also do like the under in this game as well.
Well, I think one thing we can agree on is that Patrick Kane didn't choose the Red Wings because he wanted to win a Stanley Cup there. Let's be real. I mean, he had many other opportunities for cup contenders. Very
strange.
He already has a cup under his belt, right? He has a Stanley Cup ring. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Tell a billionaire to stop making money, Andrew. We'll see how that goes. You either a winner or
no. Prez, he did not go to Detroit to win. He did not go to Detroit to win a Stanley Cup. I'm sorry.
No,
he did not go there.
Right.
Okay, right.
And it shocks me.
I'm
shocked by it.
I thought you were saying he did. I was like, no way. Yeah,
No,
That
but
to
the
me
point
is
I'm
was
making is
crazy.
all because you have a ring doesn't mean you don't have 10. Like,
Of
I want
course,
a
yeah.
ring every year. Like, his last Stanley Cup was like, you weren't in puberty, bro.
Yeah, that's like the first dynasty. When I was growing up, the Blackhawks were amazing. And what's interesting, during the tail end of Patrick Kane's like stint with, well, I shouldn't say stint, his time with the Blackhawks was when Alex DeBrincat was a part of the team. And since then, DeBrincat's gone to Ottawa and then now to Detroit. And I saw a
Having a
highlight
great
tape
season.
get put out, yeah, on Twitter, man. That I didn't even realize. Like, I remembered how much chemistry they had, but looking at this highlight tape, and I know anybody can look good in a highlight tape, but man, these two players, they seem to really have chemistry and play really well together. So I'm looking forward to watching that. However, this Rangers team, to me right now, I look at the Bruins, a little bit of struggles for them. The Vegas Golden Knights continue to struggle. But this is a Rangers team that I don't think has cooled off just quite yet. And I'm looking at a number here. 5 straight wins for the New York Rangers following a loss of 3 or more goals. Those are the type of stats and numbers that I like to look for a team that just got embarrassed, for a team that just looked like they didn't have that extra step. They did not play like themselves their last time out. And looking at certain trends that you can kind of back up and get some evidence that a team knows how to respond the next game is really important to me. So this season, I haven't played nearly as many first period plays, but I want to isolate the first period because I feel like based on the number here of minus 185, you can get plus 130 on the 3-way line in the first period, minus a half goal, first period puck line play here for the New York Rangers. And looking at this Red Wings team, I understand, they have played better hockey. They have looked like a better team. But when I look at some of these scores here for the New York Rangers, putting up 7 goals against the Bruins team, putting up 5 against the Devils, battling with some of the league's best. But the biggest difference to me compared to what the Detroit Red Wings have faced recently, the Rangers have goaltending. The Rangers have defense. I expect a bounce back, but there's a way that Prez and I can both win. And based on the results you've had recently, I don't want to be head-to-head against you. So first period win for the Rangers, and then I don't care what the hell happens after that. So plus 130 is the price I love here, going from a plus 130 from the original price at minus 185 is very, very interesting to me. Guys, you see below, if you are interested in any of our best bets, all of our favorite plays over at WagerTalk, if you want to just get your toes wet, just check us out over at WagerTalk. If you get your package for the very first time, 15% off anything, your first purchase. Could be a daily package, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, whatever it may be. 15% off anything. Sign up for an account over at wagertalk.com. and you'll take 50% off your very first purchase. Prez, what do you have going tonight for your clients? Obviously, a smaller night in the NHL. Do you have any hoops action going on or getting ready for some football plays on the weekend? What's your day looking like today?
Yeah, dude, I got 2 college basketball plays, 1 NBA play, and 1 NHL play. And I just want to make mention because, I'm rolling, Andrew. I'm absolutely rolling right now. I'm on a 12-3 hoops run. I'm on a 9-1 college basketball run. 9-1 college basketball run. I'm just absolutely seeing it in every direction. I'm up in everything right now. And I have a pretty good card, man. I got 2 college, 1 NBA, 1 NHL. I'm excited about tonight. I'm also going to golf simulator tonight with some buddies, so should be a fun night. I'm ready to go.
Prez, you told me that really helped you improve your golf game really fast. I know you got obsessed with golf, but I've heard that some people have struggled with that translating to the course because it's like artificial turf and stuff. You haven't found that at all?
Where the turf doesn't come into play from my perspective. The bottom line is, so Andrew, I'm not some expert golfer, but there are 2 major problems in people's golf swings. The first is If the ball is here, the club is needs to be flat. And it very rarely is. A ball that slices to the right is because the club, when it hits the ball, is not flat. The VR is where you can practice, and they have a camera on your club, and you can see if you're coming through the ball with a straight, flat club as opposed to this way or this way. The second
Right.
thing is most people have an outside in swing. When they pull their hands back, they move out and come around. That puts a slice on the ball as well. And when you're in the VR, again, they're videotaping that and that you could see. So you got to avoid an open or closed club face. The VR will help you do that. And you got to avoid an outside in swing, and the VR will help you do that. As far as the turf goes, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I've heard that's what it's great for, is like ball striking. There's a new place that got opened near me, and I think I want to actually take some lessons throughout the winter. I hate
Yeah.
how early it gets dark right now. That's my biggest complaint about living, well, in the East Coast, but just in general everywhere. But I hate it. I need something to do at night when I'm not coaching or playing sports or watching games. I need to get better at golf, Prez. So Capitals
Andrew,
and Kings.
Andrew,
Yep.
I could be wrong, but there are probably not a lot of 6'6" world-class golfers. I'm guessing that it just creates too much room for error. I mean, your swing is probably twice the size of mine. And Greg Haggs writes, your shoulders, hips, hands have to be square at impact, not just the
We're
club.
getting
Yes, Greg. Yes. But the point I was
golf
making
lessons.
was you can learn this in the VR because they have a camera. Anyway.
So let's jump into Prez. Let's jump into.
It'll happen, bro. I promise you it'll happen. Go ahead.
Russell is always in the chat. Shout out to Russell. Shout out to everybody for being here. Let us know what you are betting on. Also, Carmine in the chat reminding me to move on to the last game. Capitals and Kings here. Obviously, this is a Capitals team that I've ripped this team apart. I've gone on PuckTime and said how bad I thought they were going to be. And then they struggled for a short period of time, Prez. I was right. And then I had them on my buy and sell list as a sell team. And ever since then, they've had a really good track record. They went on a really good streak, beating some decent teams, including New Jersey, including the Vegas Golden Knights. But I think that a lot of teams, when they step up in class and play a team like the LA Kings that just absolutely smother you defensively, that's when they really get that wake-up call. I like the under in this game. I think we're going to see another like shutdown defensive performance out of the LA Kings. What I like about LA, they obviously do have some younger players, but they're not really a team that has any interest in running the score up if they don't need to. Like, they just are so reliable and so consistent defensively. The way they play, I think a lot of Washington's goals are scored kind of off turnovers and on the break. I don't think the LA Kings allow that. So I think the under is the play here, but we have the Kings minus 220. I'm not sure I'd be interested in that or even the regulation either. So I think the under is actually in play. And what I've been doing a lot of the time, and it's actually a play I recommended yesterday on the radio, was the team total under for San Jose. And that's kind of what I'm going to do this time for the Capitals. Team total under 2.5 is minus 130. So I think that's kind of the play I want to look at, because that way you take one team completely out of the picture. LA can put up a couple, a handful of goals. It doesn't bother me as long as they shut down the Capitals. What do you think, Prez?
Brother, you're going to ask me what my best bet is after, and my best bet is this bet. I like the under in this game, and I like it a lot. Look, I was looking to bet the Kings over this season, and I started the season betting Kings over. Now, that just doesn't seem to hold true. Kings have gone under the total 6 of their last 7 games, 8 of their last 9. There was a push in there, but that push was at 7. This is a stone cold under team. That's the Kings. And yet Washington is 5-13 to the under. 5-13. They put up 1 goal against San Jose, no goals against Edmonton. If you can't score on Edmonton, you got some serious scoring issues. So this is a bet I'm making, Andrew. I'm not I'm telling you, I'm going to lay my money on the under in this hockey game. It just, I mean, who Washington team total under? I don't think Washington puts up more than 1 goal in this game. I think this game has 2-1, 3-1 written all over it.
And if you haven't grabbed a piece of the LA Kings, or if you didn't grab a piece of the LA Kings futures before the season starts, I'd recommend people out there wait for some type of slump in the slightest, any type of slump at all that this team could maybe get on, and see if you can get the Kings at around 14, 15-1 to win the Stanley Cup, because they are a great team. They're continuously undervalued in the marketplace, I believe. And once you get to the playoffs, this is the type of team you want. A shutdown team, good goaltending, good defensive forwards. Prez talked about it last week on the show. And he learns a ton every week in his beer league hockey. I'll tell you, he's always taking notes on the bench. The fact of the matter is the forwards have to play defense too. It's not just defensemen, right? And that's what LA does. Their forwards back check as well. And that's what really makes this team so strong defensively. So Prez, you've got college hoops, NBA, 1 NHL. Remind people at home what you have, and let us know again your best bet, but you kind of just mentioned it.
Yeah, I mean, my best bet's the under in this Washington Kings game. And as I said, I got 2 college basketball plays. I'm on a 9-1 college hoops run. I got 1 NBA play. I got 1 NHL play. And I got 4 shows to do today. I'm doing WagerTalk today in half an hour. And then I'm taping both NFL presidential addresses. And Andrew, I'm 58% on the season in the NFL presidential address. That's giving out 8 games a week. So I'm killing it, bro. That's it for me, man. I'm going to take my headphones off and start preparing for WagerTalk today. Thanks for having me, guys. And Andrew, you won't see me. I won't be on next week or the week after. So this is the last Prez Puck Time until mid-December. Thank you for having me, brother. Go buy my kid's towel. Buy my kid's towel.
Yeah. Don't buy his plays. Just buy the towels. Buy the towels. Guys, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate all of you. And sorry we get off track a little bit, but we do try and have some fun and just kind of chat as well during the show. I hope you guys can understand we're human. We'd like to just chat. And, I think talking about guys like Patrick Kane joining the Red Wings is important to the show, and kind of a good way to fill some time here on the show as well. For me, I am off a 5% loss. Want to be fully transparent about that. I did not see the Tampa Bay Lightning scoring just 1 goal. I had the over in that game. Coyotes did their job. Tampa did not do their job, but I've got 1 play up for tonight in the NHL, 1 play in college hoops action as well. My show play today is going to be the Montreal Canadiens at +110. This is the matchup, the price range. I like betting on the Montreal Canadiens against teams with very similar records to them. And although they're on a long road trip right now, they have several days rest off a tough loss against LA. I believe they're going to be ready to go. So give me Montreal Canadiens +110 underdogs tonight in the NHL. And guys, please like this video, comment below what you are betting on, and best of luck. We will see you tomorrow.